Good morning, children. Parvati Miss is here for you. Morning. And today we are going to start our play, The Merchant of Venice by William Shakespeare. Before starting the play, I will introduce you the author, William Shakespeare. He is the greatest poet and playwright of England. Was born on April 23rd, 1564. In the village of Stratford-on-Avon in the county of Warwickshire. John Shakespeare and Mary Arden were his parents. Later, he was married to Anne Hathaway. He died in his house on April 23rd, 1616. He wrote 37 plays which are divided into three main categories: comedies, tragedies, and historical plays. In addition to these plays, he has written some narrative poems such as Venus and Adonis and Lucrece. His greatest contribution to English poetry is a series of sonnets numbering 154. Some of his sonnets are addressed to a young man, his friend and patron, the Earl of Southampton, and some others to an unknown dark lady. I will introduce you the main characters of the play. This is Antonio, the hero of the play. And he is a Venetian merchant. He is a kind-hearted fellow, melancholic by nature, a generous philanthropist, passive and stoic. And this is Shylock, another major character, anti-hero, a direct contrast to Antonio. He is clever and crafty, adamant and cruel, a Jewish money lender, greedy as well as revengeful. This is Bassanio, a young Venetian who loves the heroine Portia. He is a sincere friend to Antonio, a true lover, kind-hearted and generous, practical and worldly wise. And this is Portia, the heroine of the play. She is an embodiment of an ideal woman, yet bold and capable, courteous and polite, shy and modest. And she is a brilliant lady and a strong person. And this is Nerissa, Portia's companion and maid, elegant and romantic like her mistress, witty and cheerful, a sincere loving person, easily impresses others. And here is Jessica. She is a very attractive, good-looking lady and daughter of Shylock, and later she was married to a Christian called Lorenzo. And Lorenzo is a friend to Antonio. Antonio's other friends are Salanio, Salarino, Gratiano, and Salario. The other characters are the Duke of Venice, the Prince of Aragon, the Prince of Morocco. Both are the suitors to Portia. And Stefano and Balthasar. These are the servants to Portia. These are the characters of the play The Merchant of Venice. And this is the city of Venice. It is one of the main settings. The city of Venice was a rich place. There lived a rich merchant called Antonio. He is very honest and kind-hearted, so he was loved by the people of Venice. But Shylock, the Jewish money lender, didn't like this because Antonio helped the people by lending money without interest. Antonio insulted Shylock in public by saying that he paid interest for the money he lent. Shylock waited patiently to take revenge on him. Antonio had a close friend called Bassanio, and he was in need of money to marry Portia. Antonio did not have money at that time. Both of them went to Shylock, and he agreed that he would give him 3,000 ducats without interest but returned it within 3 months. Antonio agreed that while his ships were back, he would repay the money. Shylock insisted that if he failed to repay it, he would cut a pound of flesh from his chest. Antonio signed the bond. When the play progresses, we can see the rest of it. Let us start the play. The Merchant of Venice. Act 1, Scene 1. Venice, a street. Then enter Antonio, Salarino and Salenio. See, when the play opens, Antonio, a rich Venetian merchant, is visited by his friends Salarino and Salenio, who tell him that he is sad. We can continue now. Antonio. In sooth, I know not why I am so sad. It wearies me. You say it wearies you. But how I caught it, found it, or came by it, what stuff it is made of, whereof it is born, I am to learn. And such a one with sadness makes of me that I have much ado to know myself. See, here Antonio says that in sooth means indeed, really. Really, I do not know why I feel so sad. He says that really, in fact, he doesn't know why he feels so sad. The feeling makes me weary, and you say that it depresses you. The feeling of sadness, actually it makes him tired, weary, and you say that it depresses you. You here represents Salarino and Salenio. Where I picked it up, found it. It refers to sadness. Where I picked it up, found it, or otherwise obtained it. What it consists of, how it originated, I have yet to discover. He says that he doesn't know where it comes from, what is the reason of his sadness, and how, and he says that how it caught. Listen. See, Antonio speaks of his melancholy as if it had been caught, that is, acquired like an infectious disease. I have yet to discover. He says that he doesn't know what is the reason for his sadness, and he has to discover his reason. This sadness makes me a dull fellow, and so that I have much trouble in recognizing himself. He says that he couldn't recognize himself. He doesn't know the reason of his sadness.